Austin, Coach mentioned you had some struggles in the fall and that. How's this weekend kind of help you confidence wise and just getting through what you went through in the fall and having a series like this today?
Yeah, man. I got off to a really slow start in the fall, and mentally I just wasn't there. Getting that first hit out of the way, and on Friday really boosted it and kind of just went from there. Felt pretty good.
Dylan, two-parter for you, the longest start of the year for you. What did you think of your outing today, and then how were you able to kind of navigate after those 3 unearned runs in the second inning there?
Yeah, definitely best stuff I've had thus far this year. I was able to go longer than usual, but just throwing all 3 pitches for strikes and having them when I needed them. Changeup was the best it's been all year, so that helped a lot with their lefties and stuff. But what was the second part of that question?
How were you kind of able to navigate after the 3 unearned runs there in the second inning?
Yeah, that's just as much on me as it is anyone else. Can't be walking people and lulling my defense to sleep. So, I take accountability for that too. So just going out there trying to throw strikes and not walk people, and it'll keep your defense engaged.
Austin, when did you get an inclination that things might be different for you this weekend in terms of being in the lineup? And, what do you think you were able to do to get out there?
I hit live on Wednesday, did really well, and got told that there's a chance that I could be playing. And Thursday got told I was starting, and just went from there. It was all pretty quick. There wasn't really a time where I kind of knew I was going to play. It just kind of happened all fast. Took advantage of it.
Nerves or anything?
No, had nothing to lose.
Dylan, looking at the bigger picture, obviously you had been out of the rotation for a little bit, coming in some relief outings. Now you get this start tonight. What can this kind of game do for your confidence moving forward?
I had a meeting with Kingston about a week or 2 ago when the roles changed, and I told him I'll do anything the team needs, whether that's bullpen, starter, midweek starter, or whatever it is. And I've seen all 3 of those roles in these past few weeks, and I still stand by that. My confidence is definitely up, but wherever they need me and however the team needs it, that's what I'll do.
For either of you guys, Coach said you guys are close. You guys went toe-to-toe, one of the best teams in the country this weekend. What do you guys take from these last 2 nights?
Yeah, I think we are really close. It felt like we were starting to come together as a team a little bit, especially facing one of the best arms in the country, if not the best arm, on Friday, and seeing that incredible bullpen and going toe to toe against them, offensively and defensively and pitching. We looked really solid, and a couple plays could have won that series, and that's just how it is.
Yeah.
Going off what you were saying earlier about meeting with King last week, what was he kind of saying to you about when did you kind of have an idea that maybe you were going to be throwing starting this weekend, and what was he kind of saying in that meeting last week to kind of talk with you?
He just called me up to his office, and he was really just checking in, making sure I was in a good state mentally. It wasn't really a demotion meeting or anything like that, and just kind of checking on me, and we just had that conversation about where I was mentally, and I said I'm good, and like I said, whatever I could do for the team, that's what I'll do.
Is it ever tough to be, bouncing back between different roles, or is it something where you just kind of roll with the punches?
Yeah, definitely roll with the punches. Whenever your name's called, whether that's starting or out of the bullpen, it's whatever you can do for the team. It's obviously a little bit different preparation-wise, but other than that, when you hear your name called, it's the same old stuff.
Austin, you're going in there against the best pitching staff in the country from an ERA standpoint, and had, I think, 2 plate appearances all year. Do you lose a little bit of feel going out there for the first time, especially against a caliber of pitching staff like that, or is it just kind of like riding a bike again?
I mean,
How difficult is the adjustment?
I mean, yeah, it's definitely pretty difficult, but if you have enough confidence in yourself that you can compete with anyone in the country, then it is kind of like riding a bike. So, I mean, I've been playing for 5 years, so I know who I am. I know I can be really good, and just had to show it.
Yeah, Austin, kind of going off that with yesterday, when you get your first start against, arguably one of the best pitchers in the country, what is that feeling like for you? I mean, do you what's going through your head when you're facing a guy like that on the mound in your first start?
Yeah, so like I said, Thursday I got told that I was gonna start that Friday night game, and thought about it for a little bit. Watched one video on that guy, and didn't want to watch anymore because that usually will diminish your confidence. But I like you guys said, I only had 2 at bats coming into that game, and felt like I had nothing to lose. Like he's one of the best guys, and a lot of people do get out from him, and the expectations aren't very high. But if you do something cool, then it's pretty awesome. You get to tell a lot of people that. So I had a lot of confidence going into it, and just screw it mentality.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.